Hello, welcome to another little talk by me. It's called Anti-relativity, Introduction to John Chappell Natural Philosophy Society. So what I'm referring to is the group John Chappell Natural Philosophy Society. It has its origins by being set up by John Chappell, pointing out Einstein's relativity is wrong. And what is shown is the main website for that group. On this group, people discuss physics and so forth, their own personal physics theories, and some of us in this group have decided that Einstein is wrong with Einstein's relativity, and we discuss Einstein's relativity among other things. So that's why I'm pointing it out to you, because some of my talks are now being put on there and it's open for discussion. So the background to this group being set up comes from the following. So this is a science magazine. It's called The Scientist, and the date on it is 1995, and it refers to the AAAS, and that stands for the American Association for the Advancement of Science, AAAS. And that was a conference where they allowed dissidents to give talks, and the dissidents were people who thought that Einstein's relativity was wrong. Most of the time, physics conferences do not allow people to give talks on Einstein's relativity being wrong. So this conference in 1995 was sort of an exception to that. So we carry on, next slide. So this is a picture of the people sitting around, and underneath the caption says sowing seeds of dissent, an informal gathering of neo-Newtonians at last year's AAAS divisional meeting in San Francisco. What they mean by neo-Newtonians is that many people who think Einstein's relativity is wrong are still believers in Newtonian physics, and they want Newtonian physics to be further developed, and then call themselves neo-Newtonians. If you note there's a spelling mistake, they spelt Newtonians wrong, but anyway, that's what neo-Newtonians are. So there's a large group of dissidents who are neo-Newtonians, think Newtonian physics should be further developed, and they think Einstein's relativity is wrong. There are also other people who think Einstein's relativity is wrong, but they don't necessarily go with the neo-Newtonian paradigm. So you don't get a unified group of dissidents saying Einstein's relativity is wrong. Rather, you've got a mixture of different points of view, and it's normally the neo-Newtonians who are the larger group. So from that article, Bethel says Newtonian's laws of motion and gravity always were intelligible to the layman and could be expressed in plain language. Einstein's relativity changed that in the direction of reduced clarity, intelligibility, and vastly increased complexity. I shall go further and say that relativity failed to improve on Newtonian physics in terms of accuracy. And so that is the larger group of people who are saying Einstein's relativity is wrong. They want to go back to Newtonian physics, and Bethel must be one of those people who's a neo-Newtonian, and he believes that Einstein's relativity has not got much clarity, is unintelligible, and has a great deal of complexity in it, and he wants to go back to something which he and other Newtonian physics people believe is an easier to understand physics, which is Newtonian physics or neo-Newtonian physics. They want to return to the intelligibility of Newtonian physics. Now, the talk that John Chappell gave in, I think, 1992 is here at this website mentioned by that web link. And so that's it. That's the end of this little introduction to anti-relativity. Anti-relativity in modern times generally starts from John Chappell, who set up this group after this conference by the AAAS.